Oh,
Greetings to you all. I wish to meet you all through this video presentation, and we'll have a session with you all on self-esteem. I'm sure you are all enjoying these days with the lockdown at your homes, especially with your family members, and especially with your amma and abbas, brothers and sisters, and your relatives. Though you are away from the university for the last 2 months, but we are united with you all through this technology, and it gives us an ample opportunity to meet you and talk to you and share our thoughts with you. So once again, I welcome all of you, dear students, for this session of self-esteem. I am sure you are all heard about this term self-esteem. At least you would have come across this word in your dictionaries and other places of usage. What is all about self-esteem? It is to know yourself and to judge yourself and find out who you are and what is the level you are in. In order to assess yourself, we will have a session with you, and I hope you will enjoy the session with me too. In order to start with, you can see something on the screen: group and self-esteem. And it speaks about every person needs to have a strong and steady personal base upon which rest all various manifestations of life. That is to say, self-esteem is the judgment a person passes about himself. That is to say, you make a judgment on your own self. Who am I? What am I? What is I am capable of? To judge yourself. Nathaniel Brendan puts it this way. We can see the quotation. There is no value judgment more important to man, no factor more decisive in the psychological development and motivation than the estimate he passes on himself. What are the estimate you make on yourself? In our university career, we make a lot of estimates of ourselves. We judge ourselves with comparing other companions. He is better, I am not better. I don't have the talents as one of them has. So we compare our self-estimate with others. That is not a good thing. You have to go into yourself to have your self-esteem. So these are the days, best days for you. Being at home, all alone, and especially with your family members, you start judge yourself. Start think of yourself. Go interior of yourself and find out how I am feeling about me. Louis Culpen, I am quoting again, remarks, the person with a low sense of self-acceptance has less himself to give and tends to be egocentric and self-gratifying in his interpersonal relationship. Very well, he says, if you have a low sense of self-acceptance, most of the time we are pessimistic, saying, I am not capable of doing this. I don't have the courage to do it. I don't want to participate because I am not worthy enough. We put ourselves into lower selves. We judge ourselves in a lower sense. That's very bad. We have to get out of it. And he says, share your responses so you can be open and truthful about how you view yourself. Since you are not showing this exercise to others, you can put your own answers. So make it on your own. Circle the following with either never, now and again, almost, almost always, always. 4 options are given for you. Never, never and again, almost always, always. So these are the questionnaires given. I think I am smart. I think I am smart. What do you feel? Whether are you feeling never? Do you feel now and again? Do you feel always, always, or always? What is your answer? You tick it. Likewise, there are 13 points, I think 13. In those 13 questions, you can tick it. So I will give you 10 minutes time for you to do this exercise. Okay, you can follow the worksheet. Once we finish, we will come to the worksheet. How do we have responded to the question as given? So the first one is smart. Second one is I think I am able to do things well. What is your response? Third one, I think I am good at schoolwork. Fourth one, I think I am careful at what I do. And the fifth one, I think I am good at sports. Sixth one, I think I am able to do things independently. Independently means on my own, without the support of anybody. Seventh one, I think I am happy and cheerful, always cheerful. And the eighth one, I think I am helpful to others, all these people. Then ninth one, I think I am obedient. 10th one, I think I am friendly. 11th one, I think I am kind and considerate, compassionate. I think I am popular. Some of you, definitely, among your classmates, you are popular among. So popular. I think I am good looking. The features, how do you look? So the answers could be any four. But answer can be vary person to person. It is not exam papers. Same answer, correct answer. No, person to person it varies. So you tick your answers. Once we finish it, we will continue our work. So you will be given 10 minutes, I think already. We will start. Okay, once you finish it, keep the papers with you. Now we will watch a video clip, a small video clip. Watch the video clip carefully, attentively, and afterwards we will respond to it. Let us watch the video clip. Now we will go through the worksheet once again. Since you have completed the work, we will go through the worksheet once again. So how do I feel, how do I see myself? This was the worksheet is given to you and you have done and you have completed the worksheet. And now we'll go into score it. We will give marks for our own work. What are the marks? Now, what are the marks should be, and you have to do like this. Part 1, part 2, part A or part B. So, first one, only the first two responses will count. What are the first two responses? First response is never, second response is now and again. Third response, almost, always. Fourth response, always. Among these four, only these two will have a count. That means only these two will be given a points. Other two will be 0. This also 0, this also 0. Only two will have points. What are the count? If you are given never, never will be given 2 points. Never will be given 2 points. Now and again will be given 1 point. So never 2 points. Now and again will be given 1 point. Almost, always 0, always 0. Leave it. So only first two will have count. First two will have count. This is 2, this is 1. Now you can check your points accordingly. How? According to the answers you have to. Some for the first one, say for example, I think I am smart. Some of you must have put never. Some of you must have put now and again. Some of you must have put almost always. Some others would have put always. So the answers differs. As I said earlier, it is not examination paper, MCQ question. Correct answer will be always the same. No, it varies person to person. So those who have put never will have 2 points here. Those who have put now and again will have 1 point. Those who have put almost always, always no points. Leave it. So accordingly, all the 13. Now you count. What is your points? What are your points you have gained? If you have put all never, how many? There are 13. 13 into 2, 26. You get 26. If you have put all now and again, 13 into 1, 13 points. If you have put almost always, 0. You don't get any point. Always 0. Low. Remains low. So now you can check what are the points you have achieved. What are the points you have achieved. Each individual can judge yourself. You can judge yourself and find out what are the answers, what are the marks I have scored accordingly. Now I am going to tell you this next one. Now we have just put the marks only. According to the marks, we are going to judge our self-esteem. What is my self-esteem? What is his self-esteem? What is her self-esteem? We are going to judge it. So, if we have total score between 0 and 10, between 0 and 10, that means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 0 to 10. The total score between 0 and 10. You generally feel good about yourself. That means you are okay. You are okay. Generally feel you're good about yourself. If your score is below 10, anything below 10, for that matter, if somebody must have put all never, no chance of feel good about himself. Likewise, the next one also, if you have put all never and again, we have put 13, so no chance. So there should be something this also. There should be something this also. Also scored below 10, between 0 to 10, they generally feel good about themselves. And secondly, those who have scored between 10 to 18, 10 to 18, between 10 to 18. That is to say, you quite often feel good about yourself, quite often, not always. Quite often you feel about yourself, I'm okay. Quite often you feel. But at the same time, you can work further. You can work further too. To come to the first point, below 10, you have to work. You are generally okay. Almost all the time you feel good about yourself, but still there's a chance to improve. There's a chance for you to improve. So between 10 and 18. And those who are above 19, scored above 19, say for example, all never been, they are 26, already 26. Those who are above 19, you have a low image of yourself. You need to work. You need to improve. You have a lot of things to do. You have to improve yourself. So, you check yourself now, what is the score I have scored, where I am standing. Whether I am feeling generally good about myself, or quite often I feel good about myself, or I need to work to become good about myself. So that's the first position, A, category A. Under three categories we can put ourselves. 0 to 10, that is generally you are good, very good. 10 to 18, often you feel good about yourself, but still time to improve. And 18 and above, 19 and above, you have to improve yourself. You have to work on it. You can't simply be on that. And again, another thing, B, where the first 7 items, up to 1 to 7, that is smart, able to do things well, good at schoolwork, careful at what I do, good at sports, able to do things independently, happy and cheerful. The first 7 things refers to how I am competent. How I am competent. So that means to say, you feel at your scores up to 7. What are the scores you have scored? You are competent enough to tackle life. So, the first 7 things, if you have scored less than 10, less than 10 mean at least this answer, less than 10. Even better, it is less than 5. The marks score is less than 5 mean, just some these points also need to be less than 5 mean you are competent. You are competent, well competent. If the score is above 10, anything above 10 for the first 7, anything above 10, you are incompetent. You don't have the self-esteem on yourself. You don't believe in your abilities. You don't see your abilities. And you feel always, I am incompetent. So check yourself. Where I am standing. I need to improve myself. I need to improve. that improvements. So after 7 we have another 6. From 8 to 13 we have another 6. The last 6 digits. 8, 9, 10, 11, 13. So the final 6 item refers to your self-worth. Your self-worth. Am I worthy enough? What are the things we see there? Yeah. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So 6. I am helpful, I am obedient, I am friendly, I am kind and considerate, popular, good looking. So these are the self-worth items. And anything above 10 may indicate that you don't feel particularly worthy about yourself. So if you have scored these 6 points above 10, from here to here, if you have scored more than 10, you don't feel worthy of yourself, your self-worth. Because 6 things are there. Maximum you can score 12. Never, if you have put all never, maximum 12. So you don't feel any worth of yourself. So that is about 10. And you may be unhappy, even you feel that my personality is not good, my behaviors are not good, my appearance is not good. You don't feel worth of yourself. So now I can see where we are standing. You can on your own check where am I standing. Am I worthy enough? How do I treat myself? How do I feel myself? Am I worthy enough? Now think of the video clip we have seen. Now think of the video clips we have seen. How the little one, how the little boy, how the little girl believe in herself. She believes in herself. How does she come out of herself? So you have to come out of yourself. Don't worry about it. Sometimes I am not scored more than 10, don't worry. But you have a chance of coming out. You are still young. Now you know your place where you are standing. This given you a chance to come out of that situation and to work on it. So let us work on it. Reflect on the video clip that we have seen. Now again we are posting the video clip to see yourself. Instead of that little child, put yourself there. Put yourself there and see the video clip again. Now I am that person. As the little one, I am that person. I am coming out of that situation and proving myself I am worthy enough. I am worthy enough. So let us do it. So now we will come to the conclusion mostly for our program. Right. Now we will see developing a positive self-esteem of ourselves. Developing a positive self-esteem. It is said, when you believe in yourself, you just spring forward. So believe in yourself that I can do it. That is the most important thing. You must believe in yourself. Think positively about yourself. Don't always pessimistic that I cannot do it. Think positively about yourself and you will act positively too. When you think positively, definitely you will act positively too. People who possess a positive self-image about themselves possess greater inner power and strength to make the impossible. So if you have a positive image of yourself, even the impossibility will become possible for you. you will find the ways and means to overcome the impossibility. So always have a positive image of yourself. That is what needed to develop a self-esteem. They have the ability to make things happen. Those people who have a positive image of themselves, they have the ability to make things happen. The following characteristic of a positive self-image adapted from Don Hemmock's Encounter with the Self. I am quoting from a book. These are the positive self-images. What are they? And he had listed 12 points. What are the 12 points? First one. People who accept themselves hold to their values and principles in the face of adverse group opinion. When we go there, when we sit among 2 or 3 people, among our friends, they will say a lot of things about you. Don't worry about it. When you have a positive frame of mind of yourself, even in the adversity, you will win nothing. Let them speak anything. I know myself. That is the attitude. They feel secure enough to admit it when they are wrong and confident enough to change when they are in error. So you see, beautiful. They feel secure enough to admit when they are wrong. When they make mistake, they say, yes, I did the mistake. Because of the positive self-image, I did the mistake. And also, confident enough to change when they are error. I had made the mistake, I will not make the mistake again. I will change it. I know this is wrong. I will not make the same mistake again. And secondly, they are capable of acting on their own best judgment without feeling excessive guilt or regret if disapproved by others. That is to say, they know how to act. With their positive self-image, they know how to act. What to do, what not to do. They can make a best judgment of themselves. Thirdly, they do not spend undue time being anxious about tomorrow or worrying about yesterday. They live always in the present. They don't think of the past. Yesterday I made a mistake. They don't go after the again and again. They forget it. And they don't think about the future. They act in the present. Today I must do it. Always the positive frame of mind. And the fourth one. They retain confidence in their ability to deal with problems despite occasional failures and setbacks. When you do things, definitely not always things will go as we wanted. There will be setbacks, there will be failures, but they don't mind it. They don't dishearten. They see the failures, how it happens, why this failed, and move on, how to make it right. So the confidence level is high. So they see the failure, from the failure they get up and march towards the victory. That's the most important. Fifthly, they can accept compliments and praise without false modesty. It's very important. When somebody praises you after doing something, when somebody congratulates you, don't immediately go to talk. Take it modest. When you take it modestly, you know where I am standing. So that's the most important. Next, the sixth one. They tend to resist being dominated by others. Self-esteem person always on his own. You don't go by the words of the others. This fellow says something, that fellow says something, and no. He judges. Am I doing the right thing? Am I doing the right thing? Even if they say, no, I have my option. I have to decide. I have to say yes or no. They act on their own. And 7, they are able to accept a wide range of feeling within themselves and others without compulsion to act on every feeling. They don't go by the whims and fancies of anyone. They act on their own. They are able to enjoy themselves in a variety of activities. They involve in many activities involving work, play, companionship, creative self-expression, or just goofing off. So they involve in everything because they have the self-confidence. I can. And next one, they are sensitive to the needs of others, including accepted social custom. The positive self-image people always think of others also. As we have seen in the video clips, how they were helpful to the child. They are helpful to others. They tend to look for the best in others. They tend to look in best in others, believing that most people are honest and decent despite their shortcomings. Okay. They always see the good things in others, not the bad. What can I gain from them? What can I get it from them to my life? So see the positive side of others. Good things of others. That helps them. Next one, they feel equally worthwhile to others as persons, neither superior nor inferior because of differences in ability and position. So they equally worthwhile. They treat people equally. Not this person is higher and this person is lower. As human beings, they treat them equally, praiseworthy. They are relatively relaxed in the presence of others with I am okay and you are okay attitude. Equally. They don't feel uneasy among the members of others. They feel easy. So these are the most important things we have to go through in our developing our career. Finally, when we come to a functioning person, as you have seen, one of the advertised goals of group experience is to help members to be fully functioning, fully human, fully active. So we have to be fully active persons. To have a self-esteem, fully functioning persons. The fully functioning person lives in a closer harmony with his inner self. That's what at the beginning itself I said. You go into yourself, see who am I, find out what person am I. He grows healthier in his outlook towards himself, his experiences, others and the world around him. So these are the 6 points. That is not, you can read it on your own. I want basically the last 3 points are very important. Marks of a self-appreciating person. What are the marks? If you are a self-appreciating person, if you appreciate yourself, these are the marks you will find. The self-appreciating person has the ability to look for the best. If you appreciate yourself, you want to produce something best out of you, not bad out of you. Always best. I have to give the best from me. If you appreciate yourself, you will give the best. Secondly, praises God for creating him or her as one of his finest creations, because he is estimating himself on high note. When he estimating him or herself on a high note, he will praise God for creating such beauty. You created me with a high esteem, so I praise you, God. So self-appreciating person always praises God for creating with a high esteem. And self-appreciating person tries to live without regret and tension. This is very important. If you have tension again, over and again, you can't appreciate yourself. You will always lower yourself. If you feel regret, I'm not good, I'm not worthy enough, if you feel always you cannot appreciate yourself. Most of the time what we do, we underestimate ourselves. We say, I am not worthy enough. So don't self-appreciate your person, won't do that. He will always appreciate himself and say, I am worthy enough. Not regret, no tension. There's no tension in it. You make efforts. And the self-appreciating person sees the world in color. What do you mean by color? See the world in color means everything for him something beautiful. Now some people you see every time when you ask them, they will look like same classroom, same teacher, same nature, nothing. So self-appreciating person see things in different colors. He goes to the same classroom, but he sees another way. Yesterday one way and today another way. Day after tomorrow he will see another way. So different world in color. Appreciating person. And the same person, self-appreciating person, is capable of giving and receiving mutual love. Okay. He will give. The person who is able to give. Share. That is the video clip we have seen. Those children sharing their knowledge with the person who hasn't. Receiving, give and receive, mutual love. And the self-appreciating person presents himself, herself neatly. If you are appreciating yourself, even when you dressed up, you will dress up neatly. That is the thing. If you are appreciating yourself, you won't dressed up in an unwanted way. You will always feel, I am a very good gentleman, so I have to wear like this. These are things I must wear neatly. And the self-appreciating person is cultured in his or her behavior and is polite towards everyone. Even the words they use, very polite. They don't use harsh words. Because they treat others as equal human beings. So, if you are appreciating yourself, definitely you will appreciate the other also. He is also a human being. So when they speak with them, they won't use harsh words. They use polite words. Very good words. Communicative. And the self-appreciating person, very important, can say no. Can say no and express dissent without being impolite or rude. Not necessarily always you have to say yes. When somebody asks, do this. No, you don't need to say always yes. You must be able to say no. I have my work. I have to do my work. And when you say that no, you have to be polite. That is the thing. Without being impolite or rude. You should not say no with arrogance. You must say, sorry, I am not able to do it because I have my work. I have to do it. Self-appreciating person. And the self-appreciating person believes in being contented and possessing a cheerful outlook. Most important thing. Everybody believes it. You have to be. When you see a person, greet him. Hello, good morning. How are you? Greet the person. Cheerful. Be cheerful. And if they see you with a cheerful face, they also become cheerful. So, when you meet them, be cheerful and greet them. And the self-appreciating person is convinced that happiness is from within. Happiness comes from within. Not somebody else gives me happiness. It has to come from me. So dear students, as we have gone through this exercise, let us learn to love ourselves first. Let us learn to love ourselves. To grow in self-esteem, we need to love ourselves. So these lockdown days are very good opportunity God has given to you to go inward, to go into yourself and see, am I appreciating myself? Am I worthy enough to think of my self-image? So let us learn to love ourselves, thereby develop a very good self-esteem on your own way. Thank you.